Dr. Pavel and I have been doing Pastor and a Professor for over a year and a half now. And, well, you probably guessed we don't do it live. We record, and sometimes we record weeks in advance, as is the case right now. You probably heard that Dr. Pavla was involved in a rather serious motorcycle accident. And as of right now, he is in the hospital and with some pretty extensive injuries. And his condition is acute but stable. And I know you've been keeping him in your prayers. And just so you know that this week and all the way through the 20th of March, you will see recorded episodes of Pastor and the Professor. That includes both Dr. Pavla and myself. So as he is in the hospital, again, I would ask that you would keep him in your prayers and ask the Lord to be able to give him strength of body and soul, as well as providing strength and comfort for Holly and for his children. Thanks so much for watching Pastor and Professor, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Well, welcome. Welcome back if you've been with us before. Welcome, period, if this is your first time.
Wow,
and,
that would be interesting.
To see
you
how
joined
many...
it for the first time on 3rd John. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if and thank you for coming and joining us. If it's your first time, and you said, I wonder where in the Bible they are. I'll bet you 3rd John would be about your... I don't know,
one of the last
50-second guess, yeah.
Philemon,
yeah, exactly.
Jude, 3rd John.
And if it is your first time, there's a reason for our madness, because we've done 1st John.
All 5 chapters.
And we did 2nd John. That was last week. And so we're not going to walk away from 3rd John.
No.
No, it feels bad. No. So we got to do 3rd John. I'm glad to. So, but anyway, yeah. And then we'll leave you guessing, where are they going next? Well, we'll leave that as a mystery.
Because we're guessing too.
Yeah. It's, as the Greeks would say, a mysterion. It's a mystery.
It is.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. But 3rd John, another letter.
Yep.
And 2nd John, he was speaking to the
church. He called it the lady, the elect.
Right. Now we have Gaius, and we're laughing because we're guessing at the exact pronunciation of a first-century name. Nobody knows.
No, there's a few of them in here.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to take our best shot, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you have a different
if you want to call him Bill, we're fine with that, too.
Yeah, that could be. Maybe Gaius is his last name. And so
there you go.
It's
Bill Gaius.
Bob. Yeah,
I know.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Bill.
Lives just down the road.
Exactly. So anyway, it's an interesting little book, but it isn't just to Gaius. Almost certainly he's connected with a larger church body.
Right.
And so here, John, probably still Ephesus. We're kind of thinking of those terms. And he's writing to Gaius and the church that goes with him. But it's a little more personal. So what do you want to do? 1 to 4?
3,
4? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and John refers to himself as the elder here.
Right. Again, and which he certainly is.
Yep.
Yeah.
The elder to the beloved Gaius, whom I love in truth. Beloved, I pray that all may go well with you, and that you may be in good health, as it goes well with your soul. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Speaks like an elder.
It does, isn't it? And it's obviously, there's a nice tie to it. I love you in truth. Doesn't that sound familiar? Love, truth.
Yeah.
A couple of his favorite, themes, right? Yeah. Grace, love, truth, all of that. And I want things to be going well for you. Probably also hoping, hey, tell me how it's going. Send me a letter.
Yeah. How's your health?
Yeah.
And
that's fun.
Again, we were talking about the Gnostic thing.
Yes.
So Paul's concerned about his physical well-being.
This matters.
Because we are God, we are created. God made body and soul. Jesus came in body and spirit.
A Gnostic would never say, I pray that you're in good health.
No.
In fact, you might say, I wish that you're shedding this body as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
This is the other thing for me with the Gnostics. there is a resurrection of the body. And Paul talks about this in, 15th chapter of 1 Corinthians?
Yeah,
right. There's a natural body and there's this glorious body.
Right.
And
It's
it's raised.
sown in weakness, it's raised in power.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, our souls are damaged by sin.
Right.
Our mind's damaged by sin. Our body's damaged by sin. But Jesus redeems all.
You're right.
Body, mind, and soul.
Body, mind, soul. And I love this combination that you may be in good health as it goes well with your soul.
Yeah.
Now, it is well. Well with my soul. Great old hymn.
Yeah.
We've sung that. Is there a connection? I wouldn't say necessarily, but you could do that if you want. A cause and effect of the wellness of body and soul. Does the wellness of one contribute to the other?
Oh.
Because he says, I want you to be well in your body as you are also in your soul.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm kind of playing with, I'm ready to do, here's all the people.
But studies have been made about people who pray on a regular basis when they come through illnesses that there's, I don't know, they say there's a better chance of healing and whatever.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to make it sound like this is magic.
Right, or all Christians heal 2 days faster than those who reject the gospel. But maybe
there seems to be a correlation.
A peaceful heart is some strength to the bones. Yeah. There's a proverb like that. I'm sorry I don't remember exactly. But that also an anxious heart produces rottenness in the bones. And we kind of know that. If I am filled with stress and anxiety, if I'm as far from grace, mercy, peace, and love as I can be in my mind and soul, I got a feeling my body's not going to be too happy.
I don't remember where I read it, but 2/3 of all illnesses that doctors pay attention to, someone comes in, they're either caused by or exacerbated by worry, anxiety, stress.
Yeah. You know, you and I have gone through seasons where, boy, it is a tough sledding. And it kind of reminds me of Minnesota. 9 months of winter, 3 months of poor sledding. But there are those, and no put down to our Minnesota friends, but I grew up there, so I know what it's like out there. But we go through a season of difficulty. Now, it's not physically challenging, and nobody is beating on us, but boy, after a month or 2 or 3 months of poor sledding, this body is showing the effect. If I go to the doc then, I bet he's going to have some unhappy numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, your blood pressure is up. Yep. Oh, this and that. Your cholesterol's
up. Acid reflux.
Oh, man.
Headaches, grinding my teeth.
Why wouldn't I? My tummy is going all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, so that outward stress or concern, now magnify that. What if I don't have this certainty of the grace, mercy, and peace of God with faith and love and truth? Those are beginnings from our last letter.
Right.
If I'm not centered in that, all the worse. So no wonder I need that. I hope my body is following along with the wellness of my soul. Yeah. Because my soul should be well.
It is well with my soul.
It is well with my soul. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you. Yeah. So come on, body, catch up. Well, that's part of our hope. So I like this. I hope it goes well with your soul. It's kind of a nice verse. Yeah.
And I like in verse 3 when he said, "Man, you made my day."
Yeah.
When I heard you're walking in the truth.
Isn't that
you'll
nice?
wonder if this was a guy that was kind of on the fence.
Yeah. Or what's he up against? He's a good guy, but boy, he is up against it. I heard it's going well.
Yeah.
And you're well.
Yeah. You're overcoming whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm holding my breath on you. I like number 4. I have no greater joy than to hear my children walking in the truth. I mean, I know he's hearing this from a letter or someone who comes, but it's almost like when your kids are little, when you had the girls, and we did this once in Butternut. We left the kids home alone. They were little, and we went around the block. Went on a walk around the block. It's one of those first times I think we can leave them and they won't destroy the place or kill
each other.
Exactly. And it's summer, and there's no air conditioning in Butternut. I mean, are you kidding? No. So the windows are wide open. And as you're coming around, and you're anxious parents, this is the first time, what do you want to hear from inside the house?
Joy and laughter.
Happy.
Singing.
here, let me help, or something, putting away the dishes. I don't remember exactly what we heard, but we didn't hear a disaster. We didn't hear anything bad. It was like, oh, isn't that verse 4? I have no greater joy than to hear my children are walking in the truth.
Yeah.
I want to hear that about you and your congregation and believers. I want to hear that same thing. Well, I think every pastor would say, yeah, I love to hear that about either the place I'm at, where I've been, or
Right.
just a friend's congregation.
Yeah.
I want to hear it's going well for, and then you and I could name the congregations right around here, around us.
Yep.
Yeah, I rejoice when I hear that, hey, things are going really well at St. Paul's in Grafton. And you and I both know that's a great church.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And so
Love it.
good for you guys. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, that's verse 4. I have no greater joy.
It is. And I would think, I remember calling one of our district presidents one day.
Okay.
And I said, hey, Mr. President, how are you? Good. What's up? What can I help you with?
Yeah.
Just wanted to tell you that I really love ministering at First Emmanuel.
Okay.
That staff's getting along.
Yeah.
Leadership's getting along.
Yeah.
Everything's going well.
Yeah.
I said, and why are you calling me?
Exactly.
I said, because I'm guessing you don't get many calls like this.
Exactly. He's waiting for the but. On the other hand, there's something you got to know.
Yeah. And he laughed and he said, no, I don't. And I really appreciate getting this one.
Yeah. You salute those guys, the district presidents and our friends. Those they bear a burden that they have to know what we don't know. And they have to deal as best they can with what we don't know. And they keep that from us.
Yeah.
But they know. I remember I was standing once in North Wisconsin. And there was a map of North Wisconsin district and 220 congregations, and they had a pin in each one. But if they were vacant, there was I remember a yellow or red or different color pin. And there were only about 7 out of the whole map that were vacant. And I said to the president, Arlie Lutz, a wonderful man. Arlie was just
vacant,
the best.
meaning there was no pastor.
Right.
There's people.
Right.
No
There's
pastor.
people, but there's no pastor. I said, well, Arlie, you must feel pretty good about this. Look, this is great. You only got like 7 vacancies. Dan, this is not good. I said, what? What do you mean? And I went, what? He said, there are churches who need a new pastor, and there are pastors who need to be in a new church. And if I only have 7 vacancies, I don't have enough places to move and to suggest. And he can't move, but he can suggest. And Arlie was very, very wise on that one. I thought, I never thought of that. This is a man who is not afraid of hard work. No, sir. No, not Arlie. But he knew for the good of the church that we need a little movement sometimes, and he was doing it.
And he didn't have a separate color pin for churches that had challenges.
No, I'm sure in his mind
those
he
who
knew.
have pastors, those who don't.
Right, exactly.
That was a color code.
That was it, and he was wonderful. Just truly a great guy, and his wife Barb. Oh, what a wonder! They were great in North Wisconsin. Anyway, so I had a great joy. Now maybe we should do
5.
What are we doing? 5? Are we going to go
through
10?
Yeah.
10. Boy, that print is getting smaller all the time.
I know.
Good golly! All right.
Nothing to do with our eyes.
No, it's not us.
So he says, beloved, it is a faithful thing you do in all your efforts for these brothers, strangers as they are, who testified to your love before the church. You do well to send them on their journey in a manner worthy of God, for they have gone out for the sake of the name, accepting nothing from the Gentiles. Therefore, we ought to support people like these, that we may be fellow workers for the truth. Yeah. I've written something to the church, but Diotrephes, who likes to put himself first, does not acknowledge our authority. So if I come, I'll bring up what he is doing, talking wicked nonsense against us. And not content with that, he refuses to welcome the brothers, and also stops those who want to and puts them out of the church. Ooh, little trouble.
Oh, boy, there's trouble. I rarely do this, but in verse 9, he says, I'm writing to the church concerning the loving of the first place Diotrephes. So, in other words, I want to put this title on the guy in front.
Mr. Numeral Uno.
Exactly.
He's the guy
Number 1.
who has the coffee mug that says number one church member.
Number one church, everything. Isn't that a stunning way? Because the Greeks can put anything anywhere to a degree.
They can.
You know, right?
They can.
So you and I might not translate it that way. I'm not faulting their translation here. That's what English has to do.
Sure.
But here, but I'm writing to the church concerning
Mr. Number One.
Mr. Loves it. Mr. Loving the first rank himself, Diotrephes. And you got to pause. And they're kind of looking around. Okay, which one is it? Oh, yeah, I hope it's not me. You know, but no, it's Diotrephes. And then I bet you anyone who's reading is going, oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You didn't even have to tell us.
We could have known who that guy is.
We could have told you, pal.
But isn't that a stunner who likes to put himself first, which is good. And actually, the word, you couldn't go loves, because it's philia, love, who loves to put himself first. We need to talk about this guy. But it's short. If I come, I'm bringing up what he's doing, talking wicked nonsense.
Yeah.
And not content with that, refuses to welcome. So we just did the welcoming here for those who are doing good work. This guy, nothing. Maybe that's a litmus test.
But there's the contrast again.
Right.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
They're testifying about your love. Oh, on the other hand.
This guy. And you can see it. He wants to put them out of the church. He's selfish. It's all about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
I've written something to the church. Mr. Number One won't acknowledge our authority. Don't you wonder if that was like the previous letter?
Oh, yes.
And is...
But now I've heard that...
Is Diotrephes part of the Gnostic community?
Right.
Or has he been influenced by the Gnostics?
And we've heard, or John, did you get my letter?
Oh, what letter?
What letter?
Yeah.
Oh, he won't read. And that's always sad. Yeah, a church that is so isolated by the leader onto itself has nothing to do with anyone else. I always hold my breath. I'm anxious right there as I describe that. That's never good.
I remember talking to one pastor. Hey, I never see you at our little pastor. Yeah. There's nothing those guys could ever teach me.
Oh, my.
And I felt bad about that.
Well, and I maybe even would start with, well, what if you came and contributed to others what you know?
To our ignorance.
Right. And let us know some of the things you know.
Yeah.
But we'd probably be beneath you or something. Yeah. That's sad.
It is.
Because at some point, that man's going to need a counselor, a friend, a fellow. But he hasn't built those bridges.
Yeah.
And
not in the ministry anymore.
Really? I guess part of me would say, shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah. No, that's too bad. Well, this fellow who likes to put himself first, refuses, stops those. It's sort of easy to judge. Refuses to welcome others, and has nothing to do with John. And by the way, you, buddy, Diotrephes, you're in conflict with John, the beloved disciple. Do you really want to go toe-to-toe with John? I mean, he writes a very nice letter, but do you really think you've got authority equal to the last apostle?
But isn't this interesting? I wrote something to the church, Mr. Number One.
Yeah.
He won't let it be read because we're not an authority. And this is interesting. And not content with just not reading my letter.
Oh, yeah, right.
But the people who are saying, no, we should welcome these guys, we should listen to them. Okay, now you're out.
Yeah.
How small is this church getting?
That's what I'm doing right here. You're going to get down to a tiny, tiny group.
Yeah.
It'll be this guy and 3 or 4 people who are right next to him.
Sycophants.
And they're just living on the power. This guy seems to have power, so I'm going to stay right next to him. Yeah. I'm going to hold up his power so I can be part of it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get on his bad side.
No,
so I'm going to tell him what he wants to hear.
Yeah. No, there it is. This is one of those points where we kind of say to John, hey, so whatever happened, but it's, again, an unended story. Scripture is filled with stories we'd love to hear the ending of, but John says, the Holy Spirit says, that's just enough. You don't need to know all the details.
I like what the guy's doing. He's talking wicked nonsense.
Yeah, right. I like that.
Wicked Nonsense. Now, you can talk nonsense, and
Yeah.
it has no effect on anybody.
Right, right.
But there's wicked nonsense that would be false doctrine.
That's true. That's true. He's not just a fool.
No, he's a dangerous fool.
Exactly. Yeah, prompted almost certainly not by the Spirit, but by the other.
Yeah, we can think of people like Jim Jones,
Right.
right? Who
That was dangerous.
wicked nonsense.
Yeah.
Or in the 80s, we had a lot of televangelists.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that, if you send in $25 with a prayer request, I will hold this hanky on my head and pray for you, and I'll send it back.
And it would heal your knee or something. Wasn't there?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but we'll let it be.
Yeah.
We'll let it be.
So nonsense is anything that would take us away from the truth of the gospel, which brings peace.
Right, exactly. Wicked nonsense. That's a great phrase.
Isn't it?
It
He's
is.
talking wicked nonsense.
Wicked nonsense.
We got to use
evil.
that.
It is. Yeah. It's more diabolical than just,
Just you're talking.
you're foolish.
My grandma would always say, don't talk so goofy.
Okay, all right. No. So, now let's take her home. 11 to the end. And 11 starts with something so basic. So don't go there. But then in true John fashion, the opposite. So hit it. Take us away.
So, beloved, do not imitate evil, but imitate good. There's a contrast.
Right.
Whoever does good is from God. Whoever does evil has not seen God. Demetrius has received a good testimony from everyone and from the truth itself. We also add our testimony, and you know that our testimony is true. I had much to write to you, but I would rather not write with pen and ink. I hope to see you soon, and we will talk face to face. Peace be to you. The friends greet you. Greet the friends, every one of them.
Isn't that a great ending? I mean,
It's a Mayberry ending.
it really is.
Goober says, hey.
hey to Goober. Exactly. Peace you be. It's you got to end on that happy tone.
Yeah.
And Mayberry does. Or in Bible class today, we were talking just briefly about Murder, She Wrote, but it always ends up happy.
Oh,
I mean, the music is
the music
happy.
is lilting.
Yeah, yes,
The
there's
sun
somebody
is shining.
died, but you know what? We're happy. This is a happy. Cue the music. Peace be to you, which is wonderful. And the friends greet you. Obviously,
So
your
you
friends.
greet the friends.
Greet the friends, every one of them. Your friends, my friends, they're all together. I mean, you have that sort of feeling.
Yeah.
You and I have said many times we're out somewhere teaching or preaching or somewhere, and didn't you bring something like, I bring you greetings from.
There you go.
Yep, now,
yep.
I would say for all those years, I bring you greetings from Concordia University,
Sure.
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Well, Pat Ferry didn't call me up that week to say, "Hey, Dan, make
sure."
yeah.
Or
You
I
said
will,
it.
if I'm guest preaching, I'll start off with saying, "Hey, Pastor, thank you for sharing your pulpit."
Right. Right.
And,
Exactly.
yeah.
If I-
But we're together on this.
Exactly. Well, I kind of enjoyed when I could say, and the Saints in Butternut, Wisconsin, say
Yeah.
hello to you, because then you get people going, what?
Where's Butternut?
Way up north, and I mean way up, and in the woods. Oh, okay. Like Little House on the Prairie. No. You don't get. They always thought we were somehow in the prairies. And trust me, there's no open ground.
No,
up
you are
there.
in the woodlands.
You are in the woods.
The
If
north
you don't-
woods.
You don't beat the trees back; they're going to take over everything. They just on their own. It's it was a wonderful place. I love that place. But anyway, we understand this now. So we had enough with the bad guy. So I'm glad we go to 12 with Demetrius.
Yep.
So,
And again, there's the contrast.
yeah,
Diotrephes,
not
Demetrius.
good. Mm-hmm.
Good, bad.
Good, bad, and
Imitate evil, or
Yeah.
don't imitate evil. Imitate good.
Well, that's the thing. So if you're supposed to do good, it comes from God. But wouldn't you kind of like John to say, so what's that look like? I mean, can you give me an example?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Demetrius, who obviously is known.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, well, why don't you start out, do what he does? Oh,
We know people like Demetrius. wouldn't we?
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. You have people, when you and I started the ministry, that you could look at and say, we had wonderful district execs up north
Yep.
and Arlie Absolutely. And Hank Simon was the president before Arlie. What a great guy. These were people you could look at and say, I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if they're close enough, you could call them.
Yeah.
I would call Ollie Schultz. He was 8 miles away at a church. Great guy. And I said, Ollie, I don't know what to do. I'm brand new. I got no idea. He was in his 60s. He'd been doing this for decades.
Yeah.
And he was so nice. He never would well, damn, God, how do you not know? He was like, well, what do you think? And he would give us you had people like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Guide us along.
Most certainly.
And then
Elmer Scheck.
Elmer, there you go.
He was big in my life. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful. You say, someday when I grow up, I want to be like Elmer Scheck. I want to be like Ollie Schultz.
Yeah.
They're great, great people. If by any way someone in the family or knows us, we mean it. These are wonderful people who helped us out. They were our Demetrius.
Still give thanks to God for that.
Right. I'm not sure if we're the Demetrius for anyone, but who knows? Maybe. Well, we'll leave that to God.
Yeah. You never know.
We never know. We're not looking for that. But we had our own Demetriuses to look at and say, I'll be like that guy. So what do we got? Well, we have, again, the 13. Said, I'd rather not be doing this with pen and ink,
Doesn't that sound like the last letter?
It does. We should just do this face to face. Yeah.
But wouldn't you think he would say that about every one of them?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Right. It'd be so much better to do this.
Yeah. I mean, you do too. We're on FaceTime a lot with our kids.
Right.
But
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No.
It's better than
better than nothing.
But it is definitely not the
when
same.
you give the FaceTime phone to one of the little ones, and they end up putting a face down and walk away.
Oh, they walk with it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, hello, is anybody going to pick up Grandma and Grandpa here? We're looking at the bottom side of a pillow here.
Your ceiling fan needs cleaning.
Exactly. Hope this isn't a hidden message that we're getting from you. But no, and you get the sense that pen and ink, he's writing as he can and such. But, the fountain of words that are going to come, if I could just speak to you. Because look at the length that's coming. We just did 2 short letters. This is a man who's going to write 22 chapters in Revelation, 21 in the Gospel. Words can come pouring out of this guy. I'm just not doing it with pen and ink.
You and I do a little bit of writing.
Yeah, a little here and there.
This tends to be a little bit more, I don't know, maybe do I say impactful?
Well, and more, I hate to say it, creative.
Creative.
We're creating in the moment.
Yep.
As you probably know, we don't have this scripted out somewhere.
No. Not smart enough for that.
No. And like John would said, I'd rather not write it in pen and ink. I can say.
Just want to sit and have a cup of coffee.
And say it so much more clearly and almost endlessly, and that's what he's going to do.
Get a Kringle.
Will there be Kringles in heaven? Kringles and coffee in heaven, and sit down with John.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to have it alone. I wouldn't mind if there's a little circle. Yeah. Or a bigger circle.
Sure.
Or not. I don't want a humongous circle.
I don't want to be in an auditorium.
No. Something, 30. 12.
Small group.
Small group. Jesus thought that was a good number.
Very good.
So, yeah, well, let's do it. We'll be the 12 who get to hear John.
Ooh.
Maybe we don't have to be the only 12. We're the Monday afternoon 12. Or whatever.
I would like that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to need reminders, though, in heaven. What if the social calendar gets full and I miss Monday with John? Oh. You do that a couple of times, Dan. We could replace you if that's how you want it to be. So, but I don't think we'll have that problem. Somehow our memories will be perfected in heaven.
I think so.
Right. Or it will be, joyfully, somebody's heavenly gift is to keep the books straight, keep us going. So I said, don't forget, choir practice at 2.
You've had a couple of administrative assistants who are really good at that, haven't you?
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely.
Hey,
Tina, I with great affection, I could say Tina at CUW was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so generous with her time. We had something called a mock form. Anything that had to get done, anything, lived and died by the filling out of this voluminous mock form.
Ooh.
I am happy to say, thank you, Tina. I have never filled out a mock form. And now it's not what made me stop teaching there after 28 full-time years. But why would I? I didn't have to. She was so kind. She also knew I would probably screw it up. And then she'd end up fixing it anyway, which
just
is more
easier
work
if I do it.
Just to do it. It was wonderful. Isn't that marvelous?
Yeah, that's like, Mom, who's doing the dish? Never mind, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to have to mop the floor. And
yeah, exactly. Scrub this
redo
off.
them.
Exactly. The other thing was wonderful is we would give ourselves like 30 seconds to a minute. We call it looking down into the pit. Something went wrong. Something is not right. Something was stupid. Why? And we would give ourselves 30 seconds to a minute just to vent that this is dumb. What were they thinking? And we would look down into the of this thing that has come to us from the abyss. And
oh my!
And it's just like, this is another. Now, oh, by the way, they've changed the mock form. Oh no, or every syllabus has to be rewritten for every class. I'm not kidding. This is true. And so you give yourself 30 seconds to just vent. And then since there is no answer and there's no fix, it is what it is. Then you say, okay,
let's do it.
What are we going to do? We have to do it, and enough whining about it's wrong.
Well, I want to say,
feels better, and then we're done.
I want to say thank you. I'm really happy now that I turned the call down to teach there.
You don't want to do a mock form.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Tina had it down to she can just do it like this. Me, it would have been a every week struggle of, and I'll guarantee you they're going to change it. If I ever got close to understanding or perfecting it, we're going to have a new one. And that's okay. That's all right.
New forms allow those who make the new forms to show that their job is significant.
Right. And I've known people at CUW who love making forms and filling out forms. And they're very, very good. And they have files upon files of the forms, past, present, maybe not future yet, but don't worry. There's
pretty darn close.
There's an empty binder waiting for them. There are those folks. Bless their hearts. That's not me. But if I ever needed to go back and say, hey, about 5 years ago, did we ever come up with something like this? Oh yeah. Boom, there it is. Oh, well, look at that. Isn't that something? There we go. Anyway, well, we've gotten far away. John, he wrote with pen and ink. We appreciate that, so we can read it. And I'm sure he went on and talked all the more.
I wonder if he had forms to fill out.
Wouldn't that be terrible? Apostolic Standing Form 1 or
travel expenses,
future goals, how the fulfillment of your goals, redo the goals. Yeah. Oh my heavens!
Numbers, souls gained,
yes,
souls
exactly. Right. Oh golly, I think that's why the relational John says, "Nah, I'm doing it with a pen and ink. I really don't want. I want to talk face to face. I'm sending peace to you. The friends greet you, and greet the friends. Yeah. Isn't that the kind of guy you want to
see? Christianity is a face-to-face religion.
Absolutely, which creates relationships of friends
and
to you.
Care. Yep.
I mean, Jesus, it's in John that Jesus is recorded saying, I called you my friends.
Yeah.
It's in John.
Yeah.
No wonder John ends in the same way. The friends.
Yeah.
The friends.
Wow.
And the ultimate friend. Well,
that's
a
good place
Andy,
to
I think we're down there
up.
about 30. Oh, we should do that. Thump. Not exactly.
We're done with John's epistles.
We did it. So what? 7 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
We want to surprise you with our next our next series.
I either thought you're going to make a unilateral decision, which is fine with me, or we leave them wondering.
Now they know that we don't have anything.
No.
And it's a surprise to us as well.
It will be. Yeah, but it'll be fun.
Yep.
It'll be somewhere in this good book.
Yeah,
there we go, and we'll enjoy it.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Thank you. We enjoy being able to do this.
We do.
And those of you who watch, thanks for letting us know.
Yes.
For just saying.
I mean,
thanks.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Or whenever you do it, whether it's Friday right at the moment it comes out, or there. I think there's 80 plus stacked up right now. So.
There are. Yeah.
Okay.
We got to do something on 100.
Andy, make sure you let us know. We get close to 100.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad. You know what I thought right away?
Tuxedos.
Of which you probably have 3. No. I was thinking 100 minutes, and I thought, no, nobody wants that. No,
we'll go tuxedo.
No, yeah, no. We'll work 100 something.
Yeah.
But not 100 minutes.
No.
No. We'll work on it. Oh, and we're not above suggestions from our listeners.
No, we're not.
If you've got a better idea than we do, which is...
I'm still thinking tuxedos.
You really do have one, don't you? You've got 2. You've got 3. I bet you do. I'm going to call Diana right now, and she'll tell me. Or she might even say, I have no idea. There's so many back there. I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, no. And how would they know? I mean, what?
Those T-shirts. The tuxedo T-shirt.
Well, I'll put a white shirt on, and you probably have a bow tie. I've never put a bow tie on in my life. I could put that on if you want. We just do the shot from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it works.
No.
Well,
no.
Before we get too far off track.
Well, really? Our friends are saying you're already too far.
Oh, most of them turned it off
exactly.
already.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you in church.
There you go.